Why am I sticky?
Inspired by the adventures of our nurses, therapists, and techs, A Beer with Atlas is the only healthcare traveling, craft beer drinking podcast. Each week, we'll open a few beers, talk about the brewery and the style of beer, and then dive into some research curated specifically for each episode. In the end, we hope each one sounds like a conversation you'd have with your friends while enjoying a few cold ones.
Welcome to another episode of A Beer with Atlas. I'm Rich.
I'm Brian.
And this week we got a special guest. Braden Boex, recruiter, joins us. Braden, why are you here?
I'm here because I went to Albuquerque, New Mexico to attend a wedding and also to meet one of my travelers that was working there. And I'm here because I bought my way in to the show by bringing back beer.
That's true. So he knows the quickest way to our hearts is bring us beer.
Almost the only way.
Yeah,
anymore.
pretty much.
I'm pretty calloused. This is about the only crack that there is to get in. So
true.
Well,
good job, Braden.
So Braden brings us Beer Against Humanity from Rio Bravo Brewing Company in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Did you actually go to this brewery?
I did not, no. I went to the local version of a Hy-Vee and I picked out IPAs based on the cans.
For those of you not in Omaha or the Midwest, Hy-Vee is a big grocery store.
Yeah, it's our big one in the state, in the area.
Yeah.
What was theirs called?
Yeah, what was it called there?
What was their store called?
It was called their version of Hy-Vee.
Yeah, that's
Or
what
was it like
called.
King Supers?
That's
No.
Colorado.
Oh, okay.
That's all
Can't
about
remember.
Colorado. Albertsons? Was it called Albertsons?
I can tell you with confidence it was not Walmart, and that's what I got.
Well,
Well,
I thought it,
we're not drinking Steel Reserve here.
I brought back the beer. I don't know what more you want from me here.
he didn't take notes, apparently.
All right. Well, that being said, let's get into this thing. Beer Against Humanity. Most of you might recognize this name, and sure enough, towards the end of the episode, we're going to play a couple hands of Cards Against Humanity. I honestly doubt they have any kind of licensing whatsoever.
There's no way.
No, right. If they got a cease and desist from who makes from
Rio, the game?
yeah, from the game, they'd probably have to change the name.
I don't know. Everything I've ever seen, Cards Against Humanity, that's the company that also had people pay to let them dig a hole in the ground. I feel like if this, if the brewery were to just ship them a couple six-packs, they could probably
That
get
might be enough.
get around
They'd be like,
the
"All
legal-
right, you're fine."
Yeah.
Not like our friends in Colorado that got in trouble with Sonic
Right,
not
yeah.
too long ago. Yeah. Look, they straight ripped off Sonic on that one. I don't feel bad for
I
them.
think they ripped off pretty much all of their labels. I think that's kind of the point.
Go back a couple episodes of A Beer with Atlas and you'll know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So, all right, so Rio Bravo Brewing Company in Albuquerque, New Mexico. There's not a ton of information online, but what I did find was kind of interesting. So, open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to midnight. So, even down in New Mexico, I mean, Sunday you're staying open till 10. You got a pretty decent beer drinking community if that's the case.
Have you ever been to Albuquerque?
I have not. No.
You can agree with me on this, probably. It's beautiful. I loved it there.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. It was a good time. I really liked it. There's
So-
a lot of breweries down there.
Dolan has the
I go
can right
into.
now. Is this an IPA? Is that what we're drinking?
Yep.
Is that?
Yeah, can you smell it?
Oh, yeah.
Smells very hoppy.
6.3% alcohol. I wonder what the IBUs are on this thing.
105.
What?
105 IBUs?
105 IBUs.
This will be the most IBUs in a beer we've had.
Interesting.
It's definitely not New England style.
No. This is multi-dark.
Yep.
Dark.
This is what IPAs used to be. We'll see what you say.
All right. Okay. Where you go? Beer Against Humanity.
Yep.
Holy
That's
mackerel. Whoa.
That's good.
That is
Daddy
not-
likes it.
This is so your
Hops.
style.
Oh yeah, this is my style.
Man. Okay.
Strong and hoppy and malty and a little bit of sweetness.
So Randy and Denise Baker opened this brewery after they went on a trip to Ireland in 2004, and they thought, you know what, screw it, we're gonna do our own thing,
Okay.
and so they bought, and this I'd love to hear the backstory on this. They called it the Historical Firestone Company Building, and I guess when they moved in, it was crumbling, like it was not in good shape at all. Didn't have the correct plumbing. Like it was bad. Almost like one of those bad decisions like, oh, this is cool because this building's cool. And then once you get into it and you're like,
This is millions of bucks.
crud. Yeah.
Like Founders, like they're building this.
Yeah,
robot.
exactly. They found their head brewer, Ty Levis. Levis. Sorry, Ty.
Yeah, we'll go with the jeans.
There we go. Ty Levi's.
Yeah.
Because that's a cool name,
That's
actually.
especially for down there. That's really great.
Yeah. That'd be like
John Wrangler. Be like that.
Like if you're from a foreign country and you're trying to make up an Americanized name. I'm Tyler Levi's.
That would be a pretty good one.
There we go. I don't even know what kind of what kind of accent that was. That was pretty terrible.
I don't know. It was
I apologize.
wow.
It's our last episode ever. Then they bought that building in 2014. So a whole 10 years after they decided they're going to do this thing, they buy this building and open the brewery. Found this guy, used to be a brewer at a different brewing company there in Albuquerque. And then he brought on his mentor, which is super interesting, John Seabrooks, another heavy hitter in the brewing industry or whatever. And together, then they have made some. If you look at their website, it looks like pretty incredible beers, like award-winning.
Yeah, and lots of different styles and flavors. And,
Way different.
yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah. One of the things I saw there on their website that I really thought like drew me to it was "Live Bold." It's kind of their slogan, "Live Bold."
That's good. That'd look good on a T-shirt.
Sure, why not? So when you went down there and talked and met your nurse, like what was that? How did that kind of all work out?
Like many things that I do, by the seat of my pants.
I was gonna say it was not planned.
It was not.
Probably no, right?
I knew she was there, and this is, anybody that has seen anything with me knows that I'm a fairly chatty. I'm very introverted.
No, right,
Yeah.
yes.
But so I stopped to pick some stuff up because it was her birthday, and I just happened to be in town, and I knew that she was not going to tell anybody because that's she's the opposite of me,
Oh, okay.
and so I picked up.
Normal. She's normal.
Call it what you will.
Okay, sure.
So I picked up an entire birthday cake and balloons and the things you need for a birthday party, and
Sure.
I marched my behind into Loveless Medical Center and found the NICU and
Oh my
dropped off a
gosh.
cake and found out that, as I had expected, she had told nobody that it was her birthday.
Oh,
and so
man.
instead we sang happy birthday, everybody right there. And I'm proud to say that she still travels with
She
Alice.
didn't quit. Yeah.
Did
And
not
she
scare
did-
her
She
off.
did not ask for a new recruiter.
Oh,
Oh.
I was gonna go with that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good call.
But while I was picking up all of the the cakes and the festivities, I decided, well, I know how to get to Rich and Brian's heart,
There you
so
go.
I'm gonna find some cool cans.
And sure enough, this
And
was one of them.
This one
It
stuck
was
out.
this one was just plain black with white font, so super exciting, but a lot of people liked the game, and it was a fun play on words, and
Here we are.
here we are. As most of my stories end, here we are.
Yeah. I assume your research is around the card game. Yes.
It is, but there's a little bit I did extra because Braden's here and he's extra.
Okay.
And he's kind of I don't know. He's our resident cowpoke, I'd say. So I did a little research because this is Rio Bravo Brewing Company, right? So I did research on probably one of the all-time great Western movies of all time called Rio Bravo,
Oh,
right?
interesting. Okay.
You know who's in this movie? Let me throw some names at you.
All right.
John Wayne.
I was gonna guess.
Heard of
that.
them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Small time actor though.
Dean Martin.
Dean Martin.
Yeah,
Dean Martin.
Dolan likes Dean Martin.
Ricky Nelson.
Yeah.
He's in this movie.
Yeah.
Angie Dickinson.
Okay. Wow. This is a big cast.
And then there's a name. I wish it was who you'd think it would be. His name was Harry Carey Jr.
Oh, that's not
Not him, no, but he's in the movie too.
Holy cow.
Basically, the storyline of this movie, it came out in 1959. Basically, the storyline, from what I could understand, I've seen it, but it's been a long time.
Okay.
The sheriff is John Wayne, and his deputy is Dean Martin. And Dean Martin is a drunk, right? So he goes to the local saloon and wants a beer, but he doesn't have enough money.
Okay.
And somebody in the bar, being mean to him, throws him like a silver dollar, and it goes in the spittoon.
Oh.
And they're basically like, how bad do you want to drink? You're going to put your hand in that spittoon and pull the money out so you can buy a whiskey?
Yeah.
And he's thinking about it. And then John Wayne shows up as boss, and hell breaks loose.
Yep.
And there's punching and there's throwing chairs through windows like you see in a Western.
Yes.
Shooting like
Yeah.
this kind. Like that.
Yep.
There's people are dead. There's people screaming. Dean Martin never gets that drink. And then it just goes downhill from there. That's the beginning of the movie.
Dean Martin, he never gets to drink?
Not that time, but he gets plenty later.
Okay.
And then there's other stuff that happens.
It's a lot of work for not getting, not
Right.
finishing the job.
I know.
Yeah.
He gets a drink later. This has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. This movie, 100. It's the second highest rated Western of all time.
Behind.
It was behind. Oh, I had it wrote down. True Grit, not the remake, but
No,
the original,
the
the other
new-
John Wayne movie.
Rooster Cogburn.
That's right.
Yeah.
In 2014, the Library of Congress said, this movie's important. We will preserve it forever. And they got the actual film, acetate or whatever, and it's in the vault. Here's some of the names of the characters. And this is just, you could put this on Gunsmoke, The Rifleman, any Western show, any movie. These characters are probably in there.
Okay.
There's a dude named Dude.
I'm so excited.
There's a dude named Stumpy. There's a dude named Joe. There's a dude named Chance. There's a Burdette family. Feathers. She's the girl that works at the saloon
Oh,
playing
Feathers.
pianos and dancing. Then there's a guy named Colorado, and there's a guy named Carlos. Those are the names of the other characters in the movie.
So every Western stereotype comes from, like, has its roots in this movie then.
Pretty much.
Stumpy.
Yep. There's always that one guy. There's the town drunk. Then there's the, like, either Spanish, Mexican-American guy, or there's the Native American guy. There's always one of those. There's the bad, ranch guy that owns everything and wants more.
yeah.
And then there's
Yep.
the sheriff that has to stand up, and he's got problems. This Blazing Saddles is loosely based on this movie.
I loved Blazing
Right?
Saddles.
So did I, but that's the whole, like, Gene Wilder's character. He's so drunk he couldn't shoot. Remember that? He's like,
Yeah.
He's like, look at my hand. He's like, that's fine. He's like, well, this is my shooting hand. And he's all shaking it around. That was kind of based on Rio Bravo. So that was my little extra research. As far as this goes for the game, created by 8 high school kids.
Get out.
Yeah.
Shocker.
8 high school kids came up with this game.
You read one of these cards and you can
Yeah.
guess that.
And I'm going to guess they were boys. 8 high school boys,
100%.
I would guess.
That'd be
They
a,
were, yeah.
It's kind of based off Apples to Apples.
I loved that game.
And then also Mad Libs was their big
love me some Mad
inspiration.
Libs. Yep.
Went on Kickstarter in 2011.
Yep.
So December 1st, it was the first time you could invest in it. And by December 14th, they had met their goal of $4,000.
That was it. $4,000.
That was the initial run. That was what
Okay.
it was going to cost to make one set. By January 30th of 2011, they had 15 grand they made. And so then they added 50 cards to each deck that they made because they had extra money. And they're like, okay, we'll throw it in here. Dolan is, what is he called? The judge or whatever?
Yes.
They call that the card czar in this game.
the card czar.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't get any ideas there, Stumpy. You're not.
Stumpy. Burdette and Stumpy. 1 month after the game was released, so we're talking February of 2011,
Okay.
it's the #1 game on Amazon already.
Really?
#1, bang. They have said it's probably made about, haven't reported it recently, but about $12 million they've made off of this thing,
Oh.
which is just cards and, I mean, there's no graphics. It's
No.
just
It's
font,
just black and white.
black and white.
you're mitigating the intellectual property value. A lot of deep thought into this game.
There might be. There is a lot of
Yeah. The card that says micro penis, there's a lot of deep thought in
that's
that one.
that's one of the safer cards.
Not that one.
That's one of the safer ones. This is a game, I don't know if people have played it or not. Usually alcohol's involved, which seems like it fits in here.
It totally fits in.
Maybe a family get-together if your family's sailor-ish. I don't know.
Don't play it with anybody you love.
Or do, if you want to traumatize them. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun. I enjoy it. 'Cause
Don't
this
play.
is-
Don't play with your grandma.
Maybe not your grandma.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
I was gonna
Somebody's-
say my grandma's pretty cool.
grab it. I mean, I don't know where to go from there, Dolan.
No.
Let's see. What was I going to say? Oh, don't. Braden said earlier about digging the hole in the ground, right?
Yeah.
And that's true. They have at least for the last few years since it's been over, they have a Christmas or Black Friday event,
Okay.
and they're kind of crazy. So I wrote them down because it doesn't make any sense to me business wise.
Sweet.
But it's still funny. So the first one they did was an anti-sale. in 2013.
Okay.
And they raised the price $5. So instead of anything going outside, and guess what? They sold out, which was crazy. In 2014, they pulled all the game sets and they put something else up that was just called bullshit. And it was actual sterilized shit in a box.
I remember that.
It cost $6.
What?
And 30,000 people bought it.
Sweet.
Make note, marketing. These guys.
These guys
They
are
know what's up.
marketing
They're-
geniuses.
Yep.
2015, they said, hey, give $5 and you get nothing.
All right.
And that's what they did. And they were like, this isn't for charity. This is just to give us money.
Oh, yeah.
And people did. They got $71,000 that way. But then the money was given. Most of it was given out to charities and stuff. They had a list.
Okay.
2016. This is the year he was talking about. They had the Holiday Hole, and that was in Oregon, Illinois, which is close to where they're from. These kids are all from Highland Park, outside Chicago. That was also not for charity. They raised $100,000 to dig a hole, and then when they got about halfway down, like with the money, then they filled it back up. And that was the whole money. They just dug a hole in the ground, and then when the money ran out, they filled it up and they put grass seed over the top of it. And that was it. They just dug a hole.
No. Ecologically, that is what
That's
you're supposed to do.
responsible, right?
I guess.
Leave things as at least as good as you
That's
find
right.
them.
It's like
All
pack
right.
in, pack out sort of situation.
Sure.
2017, they did something weird. This was election year, right? They were and still are not Trump's most favorite folks.
Sure.
So I'll try to dance around that. But they did something called Prongles, and it was in the shape of Pringles.
Okay.
And it was chips. It was food.
Okay.
And they said this is the new thing, the new world order. We're doing this now. We're not card company anymore. We're a snack company. And they had Prongles. They had a website, and that's where it took you. And they had them at like Target and stuff.
Yep.
And then let's see. Oh, in 2018 they had a 99% off sale. So they had things like 2017 cars. They would put it up real fast.
Yeah.
And it would be on sale for 99% off. Or they had a stack of cash that you could buy for like $6. It was worth like $1,000 or something. Medieval weapons, just weird random stuff. They just threw it up like every 15 minutes. And then if you could get it and click it and buy it, then it was yours.
What?
And that was their sale. And that's the kind of stuff they did. The other thing I remember, my sister got me something once. I don't know if it was for my birthday. It was something like that with these guys.
Yeah.
And it was basically, it came with this huge map. And you got a few little cards like to go with this thing.
Sure.
And it was basically I owned a castle. I think it was in Germany or somewhere around there for 5 minutes.
Okay.
And then it had a date and a time when I owned the castle. So if I could go and be there, then I had the castle. If I could get to this place.
But you could actually get there.
But I owned a castle in Germany for 5 minutes because my sister donated money to whatever for my birthday. They have expansion packs, I guess, some card games. They always are putting more stuff out there. What I could find was there was 9 expansion packs. They have themed packs, so like Office, The Office, I think, was one. Some other more famous pop cultural events. They had things like there. They did political ones. They did a Hillary Clinton pack, and they did a Trump pack. And then online they said, just so you know, if you buy any of the Trump ones, the money's going to Hillary anyway. So just FYI. Then they do like Harry Potter versions I've seen. They have some other branded stuff. They just keep going. But there's 21 different sets that I could find. And then they've customized them for the United States, UK, Canada, and Australia. So all English-speaking places.
Yeah.
But they've edited out the ones that don't make sense and added ones in that do for those places.
Sure.
So
Like, we're not going to get a card. We wouldn't get a card here that says bollocks. But
no,
you would get that in the
or
UK.
Vegemite.
Yeah.
No, nothing
there
like
you go.
that.
Makes sense.
So that's what I know about that. And I don't even know. I mean, back then they weren't old enough to drink this beer when they created the game.
No.
But they probably are just barely there now.
Barely.
And it seems like there's about 4 of the kids that are still involved, making the decisions and doing the marketing and that sort of stuff. And I don't know. That's all I could find out about it, really. But
I had no idea.
So we've talked about there might be a trademark issue here.
Sure.
I don't think so. I think that their marketing meetings are sponsored by
Do you think so?
be.
Rio Bravo. They just
that'd be nice.
Hey,
Trade.
why not? And why this brewery over any other? I mean, this was the first one to come up with it or whatever, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. there has to be more to this story. Like,
There
why did
has
they
to be.
decide that? You know, maybe the brewer.
Yeah.
I've seen this at breweries before. This game.
Oh yeah,
You
I
know,
played this at breweries.
I've
before.
seen it at the Slowdown. I think I saw it there. So it's everywhere if you
Yep.
want to look for it.
Absolutely. So speaking of that, let's
do this.
I've
huh?
dealt some cards out here.
Okay.
So anybody that hasn't played, if you haven't played this game before, you get 7 cards, right?
Okay.
You get 7 cards dealt to you, and then you have a judge who has a question.
The card czar.
The
Card
card
czar.
czar.
Yeah.
So Dolan is our card czar.
Okay.
And then you Dolan, the card czar, will read the question, and then we all put in a card that we think is the answer to that
Okay.
question, and then he mixes them around, and then he picks the one that is the best choice, right? And then that person's the winner.
Okay.
Is that correct? Is that a
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty accurate.
All right.
There's usually more people playing, so
Yes.
there's
Yeah.
not really any reason to hide who's
Well,
given the cards. I don't think 'cause
specifically-
Braden's not going to win. So.
Well, no. It says it's a party game for horrible people, so I think
that
that's-
checks all the boxes I belong to.
I love it. I don't. Mr. Czar, are you ready with the first question?
I am ready.
Okay.
All right.
First question.
I drink to forget blank.
Drinking question.
I drink to forget blank.
Okay, there we go. I got my answer here. Pretty. So you don't know. You mix these up.
Yeah, I'll mix them up.
Okay, you mix these up.
I won't
So
know whose card is who.
Braden's answer is in.
I don't feel
Brian,
super confident
You
in my
having
answer.
You having some problems with this one, Brian?
Well, here's the rub, right?
Yeah.
I have played this in a previous life, at an employment place, right?
Okay, uh-huh.
And I've always felt like I just can't totally unhinge and be my true self.
I think you can.
This is the card I'm going to play.
I think you can.
Now, I'm glad this is an audio only episode for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I
but
mean,
we'll see.
it's a beer drinking podcast.
Right.
21
Yeah.
plus. 21
Yeah.
plus.
For and let's be honest. To the nurses that I've met that may listen to our podcast, or just in general,
Yeah.
even the more questionable answers here, they would laugh and they would choose.
I've known all the nurses and the doctors that I know personally. They love like really gross stuff
Absolutely.
and
yeah.
just like nasty infected pus pockets and
Yep.
that sort of stuff. So
Blech.
I'm not too worried about that. I'm more worried about Braden.
Okay.
I would just like to say that any nurses that don't like my answers, I'm here against my will, and any that do, I'm totally this way all the time.
Totally.
So
Nice.
whatever floats your
50-50.
boat.
All right, Czar.
Wow.
Read the answers.
All right. I drink to forget waking up half naked in a Denny's parking lot. I drink to forget not wearing pants.
So two pants cards.
Two pants ones.
All right. I drink to forget my abusive boyfriend who really isn't so bad once you get to know him.
Oh wow.
All
That
right.
one is a little real.
Yeah.
I feel like I can guess based on who was the least comfortable turning in their
Right,
card,
yeah.
who had which
Yeah.
card.
Okay. Yeah.
I hate Denny's.
Well, I don't know why you would drink to forget waking up half naked.
You probably were
It seems
drinking
like-
to get
yeah.
there.
Yeah, I feel like
That's a cause, not an effect.
that's something you'd want to remember.
No.
You would. I
Yeah.
don't.
I'm sorry.
Look, as I get older, I don't want to remember those things.
No.
I'm going to have to go with I drink to forget my abusive boyfriend who really isn't so bad once you get to know
that was
him.
mine.
That was clearly Brian's
mine.
answer.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Without a doubt.
There it was.
I know
All
this
right,
is
1
audio
point to
only,
Brian.
but this is my shocked face.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
So Brian gets the point there. There we go. Okay.
these are
Yes.
called what did I write? There was an actual term for this. Awesome points.
Awesome boy.
Imagine that high school kid came up with that.
Yep.
Yes.
There we go. All right. Next question.
All right, next one. Brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer of blank.
My abusive boyfriend
I
who
wish-
isn't so bad. was-
I wish I had my not wearing pants card back.
yeah.
Yeah, dilly dilly.
Dilly.
So this is the problem that I've always run into playing this game is I feel like I've got the best card, but I'm not sure if I want to. I don't know if I want to use it yet. Like, what if there's a better option?
Well, see,
Well, there's only one more round, so you
Right,
better play
exactly.
We're going 3 rounds.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
going 3
Yeah.
rounds.
All right. Well, in that case,
Because no one wants to listen to us play like an hour's worth of this game.
No.
I would listen to that.
You would. Like one dude in New Mexico would probably listen to that too.
well, I mean, here's the other thing too. Like, It's just like apples to apples. Usually the judge or the card czar would change every round. So you want to play your cards to the personality
who it
of the
is,
judge, right?
That was
Kind of a
key.
catch-22.
So my daughter Scarlett is in here doing some other social media stuff with us. Scarlett can attest to this. One of the things that you learn in Apples to Apples is understand your judge, right? Right, Scarlett? Shaking her head yes. So if I were the judge, I will always pick the Star Wars card. Always. Because I think it's funny.
You have to.
The official beer of Darth Vader. Done. I will take that.
I don't need to see the rest of the cards.
No, right.
Next round, please.
That's what Darth Vader drank. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer of not vaccinating my children because I am stupid.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
All right. Brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer of fiery poops.
Oh, ew.
That's an ER nurse for you right there.
I
don't-
was just,
Or GI doc.
Oh, GI doc, yeah.
I don't care for that one.
I know fiery poops as hot snakes. And we'll stop there.
Wow.
Actually, was a card that said hot snakes.
Brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer of Axe body spray. Okay.
I think that is actually one of their taglines.
Brought to you by Axe body spray.
Yeah, Bud Light, the official beer of Axe body spray, or dudes that wear Axe body spray.
I'm waiting for the commercial with the guy holding the Axe body spray saying dilly dilly.
Oh God,
Crossover event.
totally.
Hey,
All right, hit us with your answer.
Not vaccinating my children. Or here, I got to read the card first. Brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer of not vaccinating my children because I am stupid.
Gotta be Peterson.
No,
No.
it wasn't me. That's me.
I'm glad that I spent that card.
Yeah, there you
Hey.
go. There you go.
No, I was the Axe body spray.
Ah, I was the poops.
One awesome point to Braden.
Oh gosh.
What do-
Okay,
What do
round
we
three.
do?
I need this one.
What do we do in a tie here?
I was gonna say
Somebody
we might have
has-
to get another.
We'll just pick one more
Another
random
round.
offer.
Okay.
If
Yeah.
I
So
win
we-
this one, I got to win this one.
Yeah.
If you win.
Pressure's on.
I don't
Pressure's
got,
on.
my cards stink.
Yeah, mine aren't great
Like
either.
fiery poops.
That was the best. That was my best round right there. I
threw-
fired my last bullet.
I
So-
threw in current events, so
Again, another thing that we would usually do is when you spend a card, you draw a card for the
Yeah.
next round. We're making it a little harder on ourselves.
Yes, we
without
are.
drawing
True.
cards, So,
True. All right, hit us.
why am I sticky?
Oh man, I don't have anything good.
I believe-
Why am I sticky?
God, this is.
God damn it.
There's no way this is gonna win.
Darn it.
Darn it.
There's no way this is gonna win.
Fiddlesticks.
Gosh,
I have no chance.
All
Well,
right.
Braden, I think you're going to be the champ, bro.
I feel
All right, we'll
I feel
see.
good, but
don't
there was
know.
another one that could also be good.
We'll see.
Okay, hit us.
Why am I sticky? A super soaker full of cat pee.
That's
Gross.
a pretty good one.
That is not a good one.
Why am I sticky? Bees? Question mark.
Bees. What?
Did
Question mark?
you? Does this involve the honey?
This could be the most logical
Oh, I guess
answer.
it
I
Good, yeah.
guess. Why am I sticky? The Bachelorette season finale.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Well, you know.
Oh my.
I'm gonna have to go. Why am I sticky? The Bachelorette season finale.
Yes.
You pulled it out.
Nice.
Oh.
Oh,
So we gotta draw one more of these.
I can't believe that
awesome
I lost my bees.
bees.
Question mark.
Oh yeah, I forget.
It was
Again,
perfect.
again, that was probably the most logical answer out of all of them.
Sometimes
But-
that's the worst way to go.
You know, I just can't compete. I don't stack up against the Bachelorette season finale.
Well,
Who
not
does?
many do, right?
Definitely not this show.
Yeah, you got a good one.
All right, so the card that I drew is why do I hurt all over?
That is
Braden
wow,
putting in his
that was-
answer right away.
I don't even have anything that makes sense.
I was playing that card. I didn't. It did not matter what Dolan said.
Here we go. I don't think I'm winning this one, but
I know I'm not. This doesn't even make a sentence, what I just did. but-
To me, it was worth it just to have Dolan read that card.
perfect.
All right.
Perfect.
Well, Why do I hurt all over?
This is it. This is where the boys become men.
Alcoholism.
That's it. Ding, 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 ding. That's the end of the podcast, folks.
Waking up half naked in a Denny's parking lot.
Wow.
Well, that's alcoholism for you.
Okay.
Huh.
Why do I hurt all over? Assless chaps.
Assless chaps.
That's more like a cause and effect than it is an answer.
I guess.
I feel like that was yours. I feel like you're an assless chaps kind of guy.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Oh boy.
Why do I hurt all over? Batman. No, excuse me. Batman.
Oh,
That's
well.
it. I threw
Like
my
all
Batman
caps?
card.
All
Batman,
caps.
yeah.
Exclamation point.
You definitely read that wrong. Batman.
Okay.
Oh, musical Batman.
I would think.
There's a graphic there.
All right.
There's lots of logical choices here. Batman would be the reason why you
He
heard all
beat
of
your
them.
ass.
Yeah.
It's the only one with an exclamation point.
It is. That's true.
Assless chaps, I can see that as well. I mean, it depends on
that's
how you spend your nights. I don't know.
guess.
I don't know. This could be a tough one for Dolan. I don't know.
Yeah, having limited cards really hurt us.
It
This
does.
round.
It does.
You know, it's a beer drinking podcast,
Yes.
and it's real.
Oh, it is.
Oh, it's definitely real.
I'm gonna have to go with Batman. Yes, I did it.
Look,
That was great.
alcoholism, right? That
Always
is-
funny.
Hurt all over. Always.
Yeah,
It's always,
funny.
Always.
So, I did see a card, Brian. You had a whole thing of butter.
Yeah.
And you didn't manage to play that somewhere.
No, I didn't. And I also had Danny DeVito.
Either of those could be why I was sticky.
I had Nick Cage. That was almost my sticky one.
That would have been good.
I almost played for this last one. Why do I hurt all
Yeah.
over? Funky fresh rhymes.
Yeah.
Because
Funky fresh.
you never. I mean, you never know.
Well, that's the game.
So, Cards Against Humanity available at virtually everywhere that sells card
Yeah.
games. Right?
Target.
Target
Right.
online.
Yeah.
And just so you know, this was a way watered down version of the game.
Absolutely.
This is just like kindergarten level.
Virtually every other card is something sexual. I would say.
or infected.
Oh, absolutely.
It's almost like the game was created by 8 high school boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're right.
In a locker room. Yes.
The bad one.
Yeah.
A lot of locker room talk.
Yeah, so if you find yourself anywhere near Albuquerque, New Mexico, and you can get your hands on some beer against humanity, I would definitely drink some of that and play some Cards Against Humanity.
I was surprised you drank it so fast.
You know, I guess as I go along my journey, my beer journey here with
Yeah.
you, it wasn't bad. It
So-
was very hoppy.
Did this resemble Pliny at all to you? Since you've just had that recently?
Yes. So in an upcoming episode, we will we're going to talk about Pliny the Elder, which
Cool.
Russian River, one of the, I don't know if it still is, but it ranked as the highest rated beer in the country.
I mean, I know still for a fact you have to wait in line an hour at least just to get into the tap room to
Right.
the place on most days.
So we're going to talk about that, and that is very, very piney. It is very West Coast. West Coast IPAs, more malty, more bitter, more piney, whereas maybe some of the other beers that, the East Coast IPAs, the hazy.
Yeah.
If you see hazy, that's not going to be bitter generally.
Yeah, usually it's just be fruity and juicy.
So let's look up beer against humanity on the Untapped.
I gotta feel like there's probably not a whole lot of check-ins to this.
There was a couple.
Beer against humanity. Here we go. So 235 check-ins.
Yeah, it's not very many.
Not many at all. What do you think?
I believe that
wow.
it had an excellent mouthfeel
I'll-
with hoppy notes.
Stop trying to use beer terms.
I will tell you, if I rated it, I probably would have rated it like a 2.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Oh, out of 5?
2.
You're
Ouch.
wearing a Pizza Ranch T-shirt,
Yeah,
so
true. That's true.
This is
Too
not,
hoppy for you or what?
It's
Not-
too hoppy for me. But I could see why somebody who's into IPAs could like it.
I gave it a 3.75.
That's probably where I would go.
So Braden, what do you think?
I would go 5.
That's
Oh,
but
boy.
That's just stupid.
but
He loves everything.
I just love everything.
Oh, God.
He's
I think-
attaching his whole time down there, and the birthday party, and the
Yeah.
singing, and the cake, and the balloons.
It's an
all added
emotion.
into this beer.
It's an emotional vibe for me. It's not a
I like your style.
So
I like
what,
your moves.
what was the overall?
What's the rating? I'm going to guess it's about 3.42.
3.56.
Oh, it's pretty close.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good
just over
drinking beer.
3.5. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, it's probably the hoppiest as far as IBU's beer we've done, I would guess, out of 50 some episodes.
yeah, I think so too.
So
Yeah.
they're not really making them like that no more.
All right, well, let's deal up another hand, Brian. We're not going anywhere for a while.
Let's have another beer.
Thank you for listening to A Beer with Atlas. Special thanks to our brand team for producing the show. Each episode of A Beer with Atlas is powered by Atlas MedStaff, an industry leader in travel healthcare staffing.